Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here into King Arena on the campus of Wheaton College for tonight's CCIW tournament final matchup between the Illinois Wesleyan Titans and your Wheaton College Thunder. My name is Abram Erickson. I'm here alongside Don Crowder, and we are excited to be with you for tonight's matchup for a host of reasons. Of course, exciting that the Thunder are here in the tournament final. First time that they're going to be here since 2014. Just to cap off a really impressive season thus far, a 12-0 run. They're currently ranked number 3 in the D3 Hoops poll, Division III wide. Just been a great, fun season to watch for the Thunder. But even more so, I'd say, Don, is that we're finally going to get to see the Thunder face off against the Titans. They've been the number 2 team in the CCIW throughout the season, undefeated up until the last game of the regular season. They're coming into this one at 7-1. And there was a game scheduled between these two teams earlier in the season. It was canceled or postponed due to COVID protocols. Now we finally get to see them back against each other when it matters most here in the tournament final.
Oh yeah, you said it, Abram, and how often do we come to these situations and we find two teams that are undefeated in the final and both ranked in the top 10 nationally. So Wheaton and Illinois Wesleyan, obviously two teams that have a lot of storied history. They both won this tournament a couple of times, and both these teams as well undefeated, so we'll see who comes out on top. Wheaton has played 12 games in the season. Illinois Wesleyan has played 7, so we'll see what that impact of 5 extra games has for Wheaton. We'll see if Wheaton comes out a little bit more experienced or if they come out a little bit more tired, having played a couple more games than the Titans.
Well, speaking of recent games, the way that both teams have gotten here is the Thunder winning against Milliken and Augustana, Illinois Wesleyan working against North Park and Elmhurst. We're going to send it now down to the floor to our public address announcer for the national anthem and the introduction of our starting lineups. Then we'll be right back here up top for tip-off here in this CCIW tournament final. Thanks for joining us on WTSN.
Welcome to the CCIW Championship game tonight with Wheaton College going up against the Illinois Wesleyan Titans. And now would everyone please rise for the playing of the national anthem. And now the starting lineups, we're going to alternate between the teams. At 1-4 to 6-7, junior out of St. Louis for Illinois Wesleyan, that's number 0, Matthew Laritz. And for Wheaton, a 6'6", senior out of Mechanicsburg, PA, that's number 2, Cade Alioff. For Wesleyan, a 6'4", junior out of Mount Prospect, that's number 2, Peter Lambesis. And for Wheaton, a 6'1" guard out of Bartlett, Illinois, number 10, Colin U. Vegas. For Illinois Wesleyan, a 6'2" junior out of Mahomet, Illinois, number 3, Corey No. And for Wheaton, a 5'11" junior out of Highlands, Colorado, number 13, Tyson Cruikshank. For Illinois Wesleyan, a 6-foot sophomore out of Normal, Illinois, number 4, Luke Yoder. And for Wheaton, a 6'1" senior out of Orlando, Florida, that's number 20, Niamie Adon. And for Illinois Wesleyan, a 6'5" senior out of Champaign, number 25, Doug Wallen. And for the Thunder, a 6'7" senior out of Little Rock, That's number 42, Gavin Hawkins. Illinois Wesleyan is coached by Ron Rose. Wheaton College is coached by Mike Schauer.
And we are back and ready for the start of this matchup between the Titans and the Thunder. Of course, Illinois Wesleyan winning the tip here on their first possession. 20 seconds deep into the shot clock. They enter it down low to Laritz. He backs down against Hawkins off his right shoulder, puts up a little baby hook. That's good. Laritz breaks it open with a two-point basket for the Titans.
Yeah, and Matthew Laritz is a player that we saw a lot of last season. And he's the leading scorer for the Titans this year, and obviously a very quality player.
Little confusion over on the sideline. Ball tipped out and hit the referee there. It's going to stick with the Thunder, though, as it was tipped out by Lambizis. Thunder looking to score here on their first possession. Cruikshank a crossover now out to Vegas on the wing. A lot of pressure from the Illinois Wesleyan defense. Now Adome has it, works inside. Great pass down low to Alioth, who opens the game with a big slam.
And that's how you start it off. Cade Alioth down low. He just waits, he's patient, throws up for the two-handed slam.
And there's already a lot of energy in this building, but that's going to help to increase it here for the Thunder. There's a foul called against Hawkins on the drive by Laritz.
And that's going to be a problem. Matthew Laritz has gotten the jump on Gavin Hawkins twice already. I know it's an early game, but that is the star player for Illinois Wesleyan. That's the guy you have to stop if you're Coach Schauer.
Out now to Yoder. Yoder dribbles with his left hand down underneath the basket, getting it into the corner. Three-point try is good for Doug Wallen of the Titans.
Now, he's a player that can shoot at 80% on the season. Of course, only 4 for 5, but if you're shooting at that clip, you might as well keep going.
Adome, pull-up jump shot, good for the senior. And now quickly up the floor is Yoder. Looks like going to be a pretty fast-paced game for these two teams. Now inside, Laritz, left-handed hook this time, no good off the spin move, in and out. Cruikshank pushes up the floor, kicks it out, and it's tipped away by Yoder. Looks like we've seen a couple different defenses here employed early by the Titans, some sort of zone that they're playing here to begin with. And we saw almost kind of a three-quarter court trap there to start off the made basket.
Yeah, and Namye Adome guarded by Luke Yoder, the sophomore guard out of Normal, Illinois. He's got a couple of inches on Yoder, and he loves to go for that long range too. We saw it work earlier, and just that lack of height really worked out for Adome.
Cruikshank using his body to try to shield the defender, misses the layup, now kicked out and soaring to the hoop and finishing is Peter Lambizis.
Yeah, just not afraid of the contact. Really nice take. Hawkins tried to get there, but not quick enough.
Now Cruikshank will pull it out. Again, tight defense being played here by No. Alioth has it out on the wing. He gets a handoff over to Adome, uses the screen. He's inside the lane, dumps it down again, and that time the pass can't connect, although Alioth was open.
And we're already seeing early on Matthew Laritz, a solid defender. He's kind of locking up Cade Alioth. I know that Cade started the game off with that slam, but we've seen a lot this season, the offense starting with Cade down low, and the Thunder just not able to get that option going early on.
They get it to Lambizis through a couple different screens, and now Anthony, who just checked in the game, is playing defense against him. Laritz down low over top of Alioth, another hook shot good. continues to work in the post and gives Illinois Wesleyan a 5-point lead.
And yeah, he's a 6'7" big man. He has the length. There needs to be some health defense when he gets the ball in that position. He can't use his size.
Stolen away by Lambizis. Fumbles the ball a little bit, but still has enough room to get the fast break layup to go. And Illinois Wesleyan is fired up here with a lead her early in this one.
Well, yeah, anytime the opposing coach calls a timeout this early, you're going to get excited. We've seen the Titans really work into a nice rhythm early on, up by 7 quickly. And Wheaton looking a bit shell-shocked out there.
And Illinois Wesleyan scored 6 straight here in the last minute to extend this lead. This is kind of how we saw the Thunder come out in that game against Augustana, the semifinal matchup just the other night. The Thunder didn't go down by as much as this at any point in that first half, but Augustana certainly seemed to catch the Thunder off their rhythm, a team that is generally so composed and comes out of the gate pretty fast. The Thunder really couldn't get things going for the first part of that first half against Augustana, and it was a close first half all the way through until the very end. Of course, Illinois Wesleyan, an even more talented team than that Augustana team, kind of has the Thunder on their heels at this point.
Yeah, and you mentioned that composure. Only one player in the Wheaton starting lineup that isn't a senior, and that's Tyson Cruikshank, who is well on his way to another all-conference nomination. At least I think so, and surely many people think he deserves that honor. But a lot of veteran leadership in this team, and they're going to have to take over and get over this early Titans barrage.
Alioth, a pump fake from the outside. Now it's rotated over to Considine. Adome frees up some space and shoots a free throw line jumper. No good, but rebounded by Alioth. Has it tied up down low, and let's see a foul called underneath. It'll stick with the Thunder.
Yeah, it's nice from Alioth to get up there. Laritz is going to be down there all the time. He doesn't need to leave his assignment, but Cade wins the battle right there. He tosses it out, and in the end, it's a good call.
You see Charlie Bear check into the game for the first time, the big man for the Titans. And now, with Laritz and Bear both out there, pretty big lineup for Illinois Wesleyan. Anthony hounded here and fouled on the block by Corey No.
That's the intensity you were talking about, Abram. Look at how quickly No is out there on Luke Anthony, and you know that they have done their scouting reports. Luke Anthony's such a pure shooter, especially coming off of what seems to us viewers as no space at all. So the quicker you can get out, the better for players like Corey No, just to stop that attempt. And we've seen that Wheaton respond really well to Luke Anthony's shooting. Sometimes he'll come in, make 3 quick threes, and turn this game around.
Adome gets the screen from Alioth, gives it back to him in the lane. He has it tipped away, and it's stolen again by the Titans. Lambizis up ahead, another fast break layup for the junior.
I think that's his 3rd easy layup. Just kind of turning in Thunder mistakes to points at this point.
Adome over to Considine. He wants to hand it off to Cruikshank, but it's stolen away again, and Bear is the one that comes up with it this time. Yoder over to Laritz. He'll hand off to Lambizis and set a screen. Lambizis inside the lane. Lefty floater is good, and he's 4 for 4 to start this game. 8 points for Lambizis.
Illinois Wesleyan 7 for 8 so far to start this game out.
Hand off to Anthony. Inside the lane, kicks it out to Considine. Corner 3, short by the freshman. Bear soars in for the rebound, pushes it ahead. Pump fake, and dishing back out to be stolen by Alioth there. The Thunder finally get a stop and a turnover. Cruikshank will bring it up the floor now.
And that's a huge stop. It was starting to get really loud in here.
There's Adome slicing across the lane for a left-handed layup. Finally cutting this run, a scoreless 3 minutes during which Illinois Wesleyan went 10 straight points. Blocked there on the reverse layup by Cruikshank, and now 2 stops in a row. The Thunder look to run it out. Cruikshank stops, kicks to the corner to Anthony. He corrals that pass before it heads out of bounds and gives it back to Adome. Alioth up top, hands off to Adome. Now there's a switch, and they'll switch back. So Laritz is still on Alioth down on the block. Cross-court pass all the way to Anthony. It's going to be a shot clock violation for the Thunder. just a really stout defensive possession.
And it was almost like Alioth didn't really know how much time was left on the shot clock. We heard some of the Titans players screaming it out, but just didn't have that urgency to kick the ball out to Anthony sooner, and then Anthony hesitated a little bit, but absolutely just a solid performance from Illinois Wesleyan so far.
Larrett's backdoor pass tipped away by Hawkins, and a good defensive play by the big man, stopped an automatic layup. Lambizas comes into Bear, and now it's back to Yoder at the top of the key to set things up. Kellen Schumacher has checked into the game as well for the Titans, so he's out there right now guarded by Colin Uvegas. It's Anthony on Lambizas with 2 seconds on the shot clock. Works inside, misses the layup. Good defense by Anthony. The Thunder push ahead. Adome over to Uvegas. Anthony receives the pass at the top of the key, and now Adome has it on the left wing. Anthony, no room to shoot at all as he's guarded by Lambizas. Now he's in the corner, freed up just a little, enough for a good three-point try.
All he needs is an inch. And Wheaton really has not played a team with the defensive style of Illinois Wesleyan, or at least as intensely as they do it. Anthony fighting so hard for that shot.
And an offensive foul called against Lambizas. It'll head the other way for the Thunder. They've got a little 5-0 run of their own going in the last 2 minutes, and boy, they could really use another score on this possession to cut the lead even further.
Yeah, some much needed momentum after the Titans started off really strong. They're still going strong, 70% from the field so far in the first 7 or so minutes of play, but the lead is only at 6.
Lambizas picks up a quick second foul here with only 7 minutes gone in the first half. Over to Considine. Uvegas has it up top. He gets it out to Hawkins. High release point for the three. And a timeout called by Coach Rose of the Titans. The Thunder have worked their way back to 3, and they trail 15-12 with 13 minutes to go.
Yeah, it's safe to say Wheaton is a three-point shooting team, 40% on the season from behind the arc, and 2 quick threes. And Abram really looked like Illinois Wesleyan was about to run away with it in the first half, but that just goes to show you how quickly momentum can change when two teams of this caliber play each other.
And the Thunder going 2 for 3 in their first 3-point attempts. Of course, starting off hot, such a big part of their game plan is as generally they do come out of the gate with a barrage of three-pointers. Able to make that happen tonight. They haven't had the volume yet that Illinois Wesleyan has had just in terms of shot attempts. Both teams shooting pretty well from both the field and the three-point line though. Travel called on Illinois Wesleyan, and it'll go back the other way. Another stop and turnover there for the Thunder. Luke Anthony will inbound to Cruikshank, and Yoder going to be there to add some full court pressure to the junior.
I love it when guards pick up at half court or full court. It just shows dedication and hard work.
Illinois Wesleyan shown they're ready to work tonight against this Thunder team. Cruikshank gets some space off the dribble, and another one, this time from Cruikshank, ties the game at 15.
And Charlie Baird tried to get a handout, but then he left him alone, and Cruikshank, he is open. He's going to hit that shot as often as he can.
Baird down low, and a good play there made by Larretz, sealing off his defender to regain the lead.
Yeah, it was a nice pass down inside.
Offensive foul called against Cruikshank. Yoder certainly sold that one, and it's going to turn the ball back over.
And just when the Thunder were starting to build a little bit of a run, this is going to slow things down.
Yoder goes over to Bear, and now it's Schumacher in the corner. Good defense by Uvegas. Now it's Cruikshank playing defense there against the much bigger Soroka. Bear pump fakes, gets Gavin Hawkins high up in the air, dishes it down low to Laritz, but Cruikshank ties it up. And a travel called on Laritz before the basket goes down.
And I think everyone on the Wheaton bench just in suspense trying to figure out what that call was. It was a little bit of an odd hesitate and then travel call, but certainly the right one. And just both teams trading turnovers back and forth, neither team really daring to make a large run at this point.
Adome underneath misses the layup on a pretty open look. Yoder over to Bear. Now down low. The offense just continuing to work through Laritz down on the block. He sets a screen here for Yoder. Yoder goes to his right, crossing back over now. Almost has it stripped away by Cruikshank. 10 on the shot clock. Sroka guarded by Cruikshank now. We'll give it over to Bear. Bear forced to take a three late in the shot clock, and he makes it. The big man putting in the triple. Over now to Alioth, who hands it to Adome. Pass all the way into the corner to Hawkins. His three too long, rebounded by Yoder and pushed up. Bear will try another from the same spot. That one too long, but fought over by the Titans. It kicks all the way out to Schumacher. He'll pull up a pretty deep three off the front of the rim and rebounded by Adome.
Yeah, a bit ambitious there. Maybe could have tried to find a better look.
Over to you, Vegas. On the wing. Gets it outside. Cruikshank a three-point try. Oh, and just barely off the front of the rim. Thought he had some contact on the shot there.
And that's the thing. There's probably going to be a little bit of contact no matter what. That's just the type of game this is. If you're Tyson Cruikshank, you got to go up strong. You can't expect a foul, and that goes for both teams. This is such a high-energy, high-stakes game. I mean, we are in the final of the conference tournament. There's nothing else behind this. It's both these teams fighting for their undefeated records and doing a really great job showing how great they are.
Adome inside the lane, spins, has it almost ripped away, and he traveled there before he got the ball off.
Adome not usually a post man, but tries to work his way around Yoder. A nice help defense by Laritz. Just doesn't have anywhere to go.
Corey Nochek's back into the game for the Titans. Lucas Heflin, number 30, is in for the first time, and then we see Doug Wallen back in the game for the first time in a while. Considine here, guarding Wallen. He puts up the jump shot. Mid-range is no good. Alioth there for the rebound. Cruikshank looking for somewhere to go. He gets it off to Considine. And now Considine can't get the handoff to Anthony. No, providing a lot of defense. Extended far from the hoop on Anthony. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Adome fading away. He's blocked on the shot. It comes up to Alioth. He's got to put it up. There's no time left on the shot clock, and he's fouled there before he gets the layup attempt.
How about that defense from Yoder? Just no room for Adome. And Cade just working hard down low. And with the help defense, No is going to get him on the way up. And I believe those are our first free throws of the game coming up for Cade Alioth. Very surprising given how physical this game has been so far.
Illinois Wesleyan, that's the fourth foul they've committed. Brings the Thunder closer and closer to the bonus here with 9 minutes left to go in this first half. The Thunder only committed 2 fouls thus far. Not in any real danger. For Illinois Wesleyan, it's Lambizis and No who both have 2 apiece. Alioth makes the free throw there. Cuts the lead down to 4. It's 20-16 with just under 9 to go. Lambizis takes it into the corner, guarded by Anthony. Cross-court pass all the way to Wallen. He drives baseline with the left hand. Blocked off the backboard by Considine. Huge defensive play there from the freshman. Cruikshank to his right. Gets underneath and can't get the layup to go, but Alioth right there to put it back up.
And if he keeps working down low, that's good news for the Thunder. Let's see this. Cruikshank. He's a guy that can elevate, tries to get it up, misses, but Cade is there to get the rebound and 2 more free throws for the big man.
This time it's Doug Wallen who will catch the foul. Alioth, another try. First free throw good there for Alioth.
Yeah, it's just a nice play by Bear to cover over, but that leaves Alioth open for the rebound. Three offensive rebounds, excuse me, for Cade Alioth tonight. Working hard down low.
He's already got 4 rebounds in this one. Makes both free throws there. The lead is just 2. Ball comes into Lambizis, and he'll bring it up the floor. Laritz gets it and gives it right over to Wallen. A dribble handoff there. Gets it to Heflin. Heflin inside the lane, has to kick it back out to Schumacher. Schumacher pull-up jump shot from behind the free throw line. No good. Off the back of the rim. Cruikshank will bring it up after another Alioth rebound. Into the corner. Anthony with some space. Three-point try, no good. Considine soars in to try to grab the rebound, but he can't. Lambizis will bring it back up. Gets a quick screen from Laritz. And now Schumacher. Again on the outside. Pressured by Uvegas, gets it off to Wallen. Heflin inside to the block. Kicks it all the way out to Wallen. Three-point try off the front of the rim, no good. And a foul called on the rebound. Loose ball foul will go against Laritz.
Yeah, I'm not sure I saw anything on that from Laritz. We'll see the replay. Comes over, and then I guess, yeah, just hooks Anthony there, but still good hustle from the big man. Wheaton will go the other way. And down 2 now.
That's the 6th foul, so the next foul committed by Illinois Wesleyan will put the Thunder in the bonus with a full 7.5 minutes to go in this one. Ball comes into Hawkins after it looked like Illinois Wesleyan was going to apply a double team there to a dome. Instead, it's Anthony who's going to bring it up the court. Gets it over to Uvegas, and now back up top to a dome. Outside, Considine. Hawkins calling for the ball, can't get it to him. Now Anthony Euro steps inside the lane. Little finger roll is no good, but Hawkins can't quite handle the rebound. Pushing it up ahead, 2-on-1, into the corner for Schumacher. He tries the 3, can't get it to go. Schumacher 0 for 3 on his first 3 field goal attempts in this one. Can't seem to get anything to go quite yet. Outside Anthony. Uvegas to Considine. Spinning inside the lane, puts up the floater. A blocking foul called. So Considine will head to the line.
And sometimes when things break down, you can just use your skill as a player. That's a nice spin move, and then just up with the shot. Luke Anthony open in the corner, but nonetheless, Eli Considine headed to the line for 2.
Considine misses the first free throw. He had a pair of clutch 3-pointers in the last game against Augustana at a really crucial time in the second half. We've already seen him out here for a couple minutes to start this one. Big defensive play on the other end. Now a chance to get his first bucket here on the second free throw. And it rims out, so the Thunder unable to capitalize on another foul from the Titans. Yoder brings it up the floor and goes to Heflin. Foul underneath. Looks like it might be on Hawkins.
Yeah, we'll kind of see it right there, just fighting for position. And the ironic thing is I think Laritz was in a better position after he got shoved by Hawkins.
Yoder gets it to Heflin. Jumper off the board, not even close. And the Thunder push it up.
Just look at how quickly Cruikshank wants to get the offense started. He's such a good fast break point guard. He wants the ball in his hands as quick as possible so he can set up the best chance for his team.
Considine way off there on the jump shot. Had freed himself up and maybe just rushed the shot a little bit. Bear is back in the game for Illinois Wesleyan, and he gives it into Luke Yoder to start this offensive possession. No, gets it down low to Bear, guarded by Considine. Bear goes to his right side. Wow, gets that one to fall in after a couple bounces on the rim. Good defense by Considine, can't do anything on the shot from the big man. A dome at the top of the key, freed up for a three-pointer. No good, but Considine gets the rebound. Passes it down low to Alioth. He goes up and gets the two-point basket to go.
Nice play by Considine, making up for a couple of missed shots. Soars up for the rebound, and then nice dish to Alioth.
And it's hustle plays like that that continue to keep this game close for the Thunder. Laritz tries a long two, and it's good, just behind the elbow.
Laritz has got 8, 4 for 5 on the night, good for 80% to go along with 3 rebounds.
Cruikshank into the corner. Alioth a wide open three. Short. Rebound comes out, and it's out to Laritz. Alioth knocked down a three in the Augustana game. And percentage-wise, he's been pretty good this year. Again, just not much volume for the post player. Bear to Laritz. Spins inside, puts it up, and falls out. Another one that looked so close for Laritz, but just couldn't quite drop. Cruikshank again pushing it up quickly. Vegas gets inside the lane, kicks it out. Alioth passes up on that one and now gives a screen over to a dome. 2-point try, no good. Off the side of the rim for a dome. Up top, Laritz with less than 5 to go. 3-point try comes high off the back of the rim and rebounded by Vegas. Now Cruikshank will take a second here, slow things down just a little bit. I think the Thunder are going to want to get Niamey Dome a bucket here. It's been a while since he scored. He's got 4 so far, and he's struggled shooting the basketball. Oh, and an offensive foul called against the Thunder. Will send the ball the other way.
I'm not really sure who that was on. Was that Alioth, or what did you see, Abram?
Possibly could have been Cruikshank. It looked like he was a little disgusted after the whistle blew, but didn't see much there. It was underneath the hoop, away from the ball. Yoder will bring it up. Titans hold on to a 4-point lead, under 4 minutes. Laritz gives it to Schumacher, and now back over to Heflin. Yoder has it at the top of the key. Laritz will come and set a screen for Heflin. Tipped away by Anthony, and he almost loses it, but he gets it back to Laritz at the elbow with 5 to go. Bear inside the lane, puts up the wild shot, no good, and tipped out of bounds by Laritz. Thunder get another stop and a chance to shrink this margin.
And both teams really haven't been doing too hot offensively after a very bright start. Wheaton scoreless in 2 minutes, Illinois Wesleyan as well, and that same period hasn't scored. Wheaton 1 for 12 on their last 12 field goal attempts.
And an incredible shot there by a dome. Watch this. Just a scoop layup between 2 defenders, so high off the glass, a soft touch. And again, senior leading scorer, averaging 22 points a game for the Thunder's got to get going in this one. Kicked out by Bear, and it's going to be another turnover. Ball goes back to the Thunder with 3:02 to go. A chance to tie things up or take the lead on this possession. It would be their first in the game.
And the Thunder again going with that double big man lineup. Cade Alioth out there. Gavin Hawkins also out on the court. We'll see what they have drawn up here.
A dome guarded by Yoder. He goes straight to the basket, kicks it off to Alioth for a pretty easy 2-point basket. Ties things up here, 24-24, and a timeout called by Coach Rose. The Thunder excited over there on the bench. And boy, Don, this has just been a game that, I mean, we shouldn't have thought any different. So high energy, so intense thus far between these 2 obvious top teams in the CCIW. It's just a joy to be able to get to see them play out here in a game finally, and it's been all we've been hoping for. So close all the way through. Illinois Wesleyan, I would say, has had the advantage in this one, not only in that they've led for most of the time here, but they've seemed to control the momentum and pace of this game, especially on the defensive end.
And I think on top of that, we're seeing Illinois Wesleyan putting up some much better shots, I would say. And they're shooting 42% from the field. Wheaton's not far behind with 39%, but I would say that some of the post moves, some of the open three-pointers that are being taken by the Titans are a little bit more of what you would call a high percentage shot. And meanwhile, Wheaton relying on the acrobatics of players like Niamey Dome. Just what an excellent layup he put in a couple of possessions ago. But Coach Schauer certainly is going to want his team to start taking some more fundamental plays. Cade Alioth is typically open on that little dump, as we saw on the score that led to this timeout. If they can get him going, and he already has 9 points, he's the leading scorer in the game, actually. If they can really get him going, get those high percentage underneath the hoop points going, it is going to be tough for Illinois Wesleyan to keep up.
The Titans finally break the huddle here. They will inbound with 2:47 to go in this first half. Ball comes into Yoder. Lambizis gets it over to Laritz. Wallen inside, fall away shot, no good. Rebounded by Hawkins, and those are shots you want to force Illinois Wesleyan to take if you're the Thunder. A dome. Guarded by Yoder. Pretty clear kick ball there, but nothing from the referee. It's into the corner to Hawkins. Pump fake. Vegas up top to Anthony. And now it's Alioth. Below 10 on the shot clock. Adome frees up some space, gets it down low to Alioth, puts up the shot, no good, but it's tipped away. Laritz comes down with the rebound. Lambizis kicks out to No. Now Yoder, a foul underneath called against Cade Alioth, jockeying for position down against Laritz.
And we've seen Laritz in this position a couple of times. Not a whole lot on there, but a little bit of a shove in the back.
Yoder gets it into Laritz. He's guarded by Hawkins. Hawkins got to keep the hands off. He's already got a couple fouls in this one. Yoder, three-point try, off the front of the rim and rebounded by Alioth.
And what I really liked about that defensive possession is Namie Adome stuck his hand in to Laritz. He knew he wasn't going to get the ball, but it just forced Laritz to make a decision, either turn and go for the basket or kick it out.
Hawkins at the top of the key goes over to Adome. Adome back up top. Hawkins tries the three. Yes! From the top of the key. Gavin Hawkins gives the Thunder their first lead.
I don't know how much space he had there. I'll say it again. That's an unblockable shot. Such a high release, top of the arc. That's what you want to see.
Pass down low to Wallen. Foul called against Vegas. Looked like one official was possibly just going to call the out of bounds, but look at that. Hawkins, like you said, Don, high release. Nothing but net for the senior. 7-0 run in the last 3.5 minutes for the Thunder. They lead 27-24. Wallen's at the line, a chance to cut into that. He makes the first and cuts the lead to 2. Number 30, Lucas Heflin, comes back into the game. He replaces Lambizis, who really looked good to start things out, but picked up 2 pretty quick fouls and hasn't played as much since. Hasn't scored since the first part of this first half. Second free throw good as well. Lead is just 1 for the Thunder. Adome, guarded by Yoder, gets it over to Vegas. Vegas passes to Alioth at the top of the key. He's got some space, but doesn't think about taking it. Out now to Anthony. Hawkins will try another one, this time from the wing. Oh, no good. Tipped away by Adome. And Yoder will race it up. No, travels before he puts the ball down. And after the Thunder give it up pretty quickly after that shot by Hawkins, they get it right back just as fast on the turnover. Adome walking it up slowly now, passing half court, guarded by Yoder. Vegas getting it to Anthony, who just hasn't had much space so far in this one. He's got 1 3-point basket. And now Adome backed up all the way with his heels on the logo. Drives to his left, gets it to Vegas. He's inside the lane, puts up the layup, no good. Rebound Laritz. 19 seconds left on the clock. Shot clock is turned off. Illinois Wesleyan a chance to take the lead on the last possession if they hold it here of this first half. Clock down to 10. Yoder. Screen from Laritz. Dribbles to the middle. Gets inside the lane. Kicks it out. Laritz inside with 2. Layup is good. And time will expire as Matthew Laritz sends Illinois Wesleyan to halftime with the lead, 28-27 in tonight's CCIW tournament final.
It's a nice move. We knew it was going to Laritz. It's got to go to Laritz there, but too quick for Cade Alioth. And a nice lay-in. Abram, this game has been just about as exciting as we thought it was going to be. Two top teams, number 8 Illinois Wesleyan, number 3 Wheaton College here in King Arena, taking each other on in a battle of undefeated records. Oh man, it's just a joy to watch.
We'll take a quick look at the stat sheet here. It's Laritz who leads all scorers with 10 points. He's got 6 rebounds as well. Played just less than 1 minute on the bench there that first half. He's put in 19 minutes there, really has kept Illinois Wesleyan going. Lambizis has 8, Wallen has 5, and Bear has 5 as well. Over for the Thunder, it's Cade Alioth who leads the way. He also leads the game in rebounds. He's got 9 points and 8 boards. Adome, Hawkins both with 6. Cruikshank and Anthony have each hit a 3 apiece. And that's what brings our score here to 28-27. So as we come out of the halftime break, we will be back in just about 10 minutes here for the second half of this tournament final. Like you said, Don, about as exciting as it can get. You're not going to want to go anywhere. Thanks for joining us on WTSN. Please stick with us here as we get to see this culmination of the 2021 season. Like you said, Don, nowhere to go after this. The CCIW tournament final will be back on WTSN in 10 minutes.
Recent Wheaton graduate Aston Francis receiving his Jostens Trophy, and Aston has obviously been kind of a whirlwind experience, I'm sure, but we unfortunately didn't have the trophy out here, but it's a hefty piece of hardware.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely extravagant. You know, I'm very fortunate to be able to bring it back to Wheaton.
You've had a heck of a tour almost after the season wrapped up with the Bevo Francis Award and now this. What has the experience been like? Even take us through even the postseason run and then what that's been like after that wrapped up.
Yeah, no, it's just been great to be able to represent Wheaton College and my teammates and stuff. And the postseason experience with them was great. Just getting to experience the Final Four and things like that, and a couple more road trips with those guys. Creating memories that we won't forget for sure. And then after that, getting to meet some of the small college people I met at the Bevo Francis Award and the great people with the Jostens Award has been really cool just to meet them and get to network a little bit and, like I said, represent Wheaton.
So obviously everyone's familiar with 3 years you spent at Wheaton. What was it that really drew you to Wheaton coming after a first year at Tyler Junior College?
I think the faith-based institution is obviously the first thing that came to mind, and that was appealing to Wheaton. And the second thing was just very rigorous academics. So, wanted to challenge myself not only athletically, spiritually, and then also academically. And then the guys on the team, they just have magnetic personalities, guys you want to be around, want to do life with. That was one of the things Coach Schauer sold me on. These are guys that you're going to do life with. And so, I'm very fortunate and very happy that I chose that group of guys.
You committed to a team that was 5-20 the year before. Those guys stuck around. Some of them left. Those guys that stuck around got to finish in a Final Four. How special was it? You didn't get to experience necessarily the 5-20, but to see that from their vantage point, how you guys finished on such a high after they started their career on such a low.
Yeah, no, it was very rewarding, I know, for them, and it was cool for me to see because those guys have worked so hard over the past 3 years. So for them to be able to be out there and just experience that, some of the guys who maybe weren't out there as much as we would have liked them to been or they would have liked to be, is very cool for them to get to experience that and kind of come full circle because they did work so hard to get there.
What really sticks out to you from that postseason run? Because obviously, I'm sure everyone points to the 62 in the game winner late in the game against Marietta, but you guys had a pretty special run where you beat some. You had a talented team in Worcester. You had to beat on the road. You had to go through a very good Augustana team for the third time. What was there a moment that sticks out or that feels a little more special than the rest of them?
I think the Augie game was probably the most special. Obviously, personally, it was cool to have the Marietta game in the Elite Eight, but the Augie game will always stick out in my mind because everyone contributed. That's obviously the team we know well. We're going to have to play well to beat them. Packed house, at their place. It's a conference rival, but certainly not a conference game. So that will always stand out because we had just everyone contributed. Everyone played well. It was electric in the gym, so it was very special.
When do you? Most of us will never know what it's like to feel when you know you're on, like Marietta. When did you know that you had it that night? Was it when you pulled up from 27 in the first 5 minutes? Because I think you had 20 points in the bank in about 6 minutes there in that game.
I think so. Definitely had a heat check there where I pulled up, right near the volleyball line, and when I hit that, I was like, okay, I think we may be on to something here. So.
Now, what have you been doing? Obviously, you graduated in May. What's been the process since your graduation up until now?
So I had surgery for a stress fracture that I had actually during the season, trying to get that taken care of, and have just been rehabbing that, trying to get ready for a G League training camp with the Milwaukee Bucks here in about a month. So just working out and trying to make sure I'm 100% for that.
And obviously the Milwaukee Bucks, an organization you can feel some comfort with Tony Belier in the front office.
Definitely.
And Artie Culver as the G League coach there for the Bucks team.
Oh yeah. No, definitely great to have some familiarity with those guys and to be able to kind of lean on them through this process. So very fortunate to be able to have a chance with the Bucks.
Have you had a chance to kind of soak it all in? I mean, you obviously had the surgery right after, but did you get a chance afterwards to just kind of look back and say, man, that was really appreciate what you guys were able to do?
Definitely. We had a wedding actually this summer of a teammate, Trevor Gunner, who also graduated last year, and getting together with mostly the seniors, but some of the guys on the team. We just kind of got to sit back and be like, man, this was really cool that we were able to accomplish this as a group. So I've had a little bit of time to reflect on it, and it is really cool what we were able to accomplish.
Well, Aston, thanks for taking some time to join us here. Congratulations again on the Jostens Trophy. And again, if you're in the Krauser Sports Complex, the Jostens Trophy is a beautiful piece of hardware, and it'll be on display. I think we might have to build a sturdier trophy case because I think what we have now, that thing's going to take down. That is a hefty piece of hardware.
Definitely.
Again, Aston Francis joining us here during the halftime break after receiving his Jostens Trophy during the halftime break.
Thanks, Rusty. I appreciate it.
Be inspired as you seek to make a difference in the lives of children as an elementary, middle, or high school teacher.
Be challenged by a strong academic program that prepares you for the leadership skills needed to lead a classroom.
Be equipped with the strategies and tools from experienced professors in a program that boasts a 100% passing rate for all licensure exams.
Welcome back inside King Arena here for the second half of this CCIW tournament final between the Wheaton College Thunder and the Illinois Wesleyan Titans. We are glad to have you back with us on WTSN and are itching to get this second half started here as the Thunder go into halftime with a 1-point deficit. They're down 28-27. They held a slim lead until the final possession of that first half where Matthew Laritz, leading scorer in this game for Illinois Wesleyan with 10 points, made a shot at the buzzer just before to give Illinois Wesleyan the lead heading into the half. But Don, we've said it so many times, I'm sure we'll continue to say it throughout this second half. It's just been a hard-fought game, and that's what it's going to continue to be, is these two heavyweights just continue to slug it out, and things are going to stay close, in my estimation, and it's going to make for a really good second half.
Well, absolutely. It's not often you get into a game where there's 13 fouls and only 8 free throws. So these two teams are picking each other up pretty much as soon as the point guard crosses the half-court line, and then it's from then on out just intense defense, up-in-your-face defense. We talked a little bit about how Luke Anthony, who's usually such a quick shooter, coming around off of screens, hasn't really had a whole lot to work with, only 3 points tonight. And you can be sure that Coach Rose of the Titans is more than happy to limit Namie Dome to 6 points on 3 for 8 shooting. I'm sure that was a huge part of his scouting report in preparing for this game, but the Titans only up by 1 here, although they had a really great first half. We'll see if Wheaton can get some of their star players moving in this second period.
The Thunder will start with the ball after losing the jump to open up the first period. And it'll come into Cruikshank, and it's loud already to start this second half. Wow. Over to Alioth, and a handoff there on the wing to a Dome. Down low underneath to Vegas. He puts the dribble down, and then his layup can't quite fall in. I think he ought to just go straight up with that one. Misses it on the first possession for the Thunder. Laritz gets it over to Lambizis. He's got an easy 2 to start this one. Cruikshank into a Dome, slicing through the lane, putting up the shot. It's good, but the referee says it's on the floor for the foul. Really nice move by a Dome.
And we'll see here, Adome's going to pick it up off of the screen from Vegas. Not really sure about the timing of that. It did look like he got his 2 steps down, but play has started again.
Into the corner, Cruikshank an open 3 off the front of the rim, short. He fights for the rebound and can't quite get it to go. Yoder will bring it up, and Yoder, a guy who's had a big impact on this game, even though he hasn't scored yet. Really applying tough defense to Niamey Dome and handling a lot of the ball for the Titan offense, although he's got a miscue there as he turns it over and gives it back to the Thunder.
Yeah, almost got a little too comfortable. He tried to drive in, and then when he kicked it back out, no one really seemed to chase after him. Almost wonder if he was expecting a little bit more pressure from a dome.
Lambizis is guarding Cruikshank. That's a pretty big height difference there between those two. Cruikshank stands at about 5'11". A shot behind the line and fouled. Niami Adom will head to the free throw line for 3 points, but as I was saying there, Lambizis listed at 6'4". Looks like they want to limit Cruikshank as much as they can, but Adom slipping behind the screen there, putting up a shot and getting fouled. A chance for 3 free throws. Adom, good on the first. This is his first trip to the free throw line. Really, Cade Alioth and Eli Consolin, the only other 2 Thunder players to head to the line tonight. And it's only Doug Wallen of Illinois Wesleyan who's shot for the Titans. So as Don said, really not a lot of free throws in this one thus far, despite the physicality of this game. Adom's final free throw on the way. And he's good on that one. So cuts the lead down to 1. Yoder brings it up quickly. Hands off to No. Now over to Lambizis, and Laritz will quickly fire it over to Yoder. Lambizis loses it down on the block, and the Thunder move forward. Uvegas on the steal. Cruikshank was open in the corner off of a missed defensive assignment, but Adom inside the lane for a floater to give the Thunder the lead back.
Yeah, sometimes we forget he can just take it himself. Nice floater from the star player, Adom.
Yoder goes over to Laritz. Backdoor pass tipped away by Uvegas. They want to feed the ball to Lambizis. He had a good start to that first half, but really didn't contribute a lot in the second part of the first half. Looks like they want to get the offense running through him as much as they can here to begin in the second.
Yeah, and that was almost a mirror move of the layup he got to start off the scoring for the Titans, but Luke Anthony, learning from his mistakes, is able to stick a hand out.
Wallen, fade away off one leg, rattles that one through. Cruikshank to bring it up the floor. Illinois Wesleyan bench is loud here, even in an empty King Arena. Anthony in the corner, 3-point try, no good off the front of the rim. Laritz with the rebound. Now the corner to Wallen. No, guarded by Anthony, will give it back over to Yoder. Lambizis, who's guarded by Cruikshank, gets to the free throw line, turnaround jump shot, no good. Adom races to catch the rebound. Outside Anthony. Cruikshank trying to work past Lambizis, can't free up any space, so the ball is rotated over. But a great cut, but underneath the basket frees up Cruikshank for 2 more.
Oh, I love that. So quick, gets it less than a millisecond later, puts it right up. He knows he doesn't have the height down there. He wants to be using his speed, and he does.
Yoder on the screen from Laritz. It goes back to Laritz on a little pick and roll, and almost rattled out there on the layup, but it's good for Laritz.
And he hasn't been too loud in this second half, but right there just shows his composure. A nice layup for 2 more for Illinois Wesleyan.
Anthony works to the baseline, puts up a layup attempt, and he's fouled. He'll head to the line.
And we'll see here on the replay a little bit of a late whistle, and 3 players converging around him, and then just a little bit of a shove from the Titan player.
So Laritz picks up his second foul. Lambizis has 2, No has 2, and Yoder has 2, all for Illinois Wesleyan. Hard off the back of the rim for the free throw from Anthony. Thunder not shooting well from the free throw line, just 5 for 10 so far in this one. Sophomore Eli Considine checks into the game. Charlie Bear is out there as well now for the Titans. Anthony is good on the next free throw to tie the game at 34. And Thunder just haven't shot well from behind the arc. Of course, a lot of defense being applied by the Titans, but just 1 for 9 in their last 9 attempts from three-point land. Laritz kicks it out. Lambizis thought about a shot. Instead, he hands it to Yoder. He slices inside the lane. Layup attempt, no good. And Cade Alioth snatches that one off the rim for another rebound. Cruikshank gives it over to Adom, who will start the offense by giving it up to Alioth. Gives it back to him as he slices through the lane. Oh, and a dunk in traffic by Cade Alioth.
Give me that. Oh, my goodness. You know, we don't usually see dunks in traffic, but, man, just go up and dunk it.
Oh, and one on the other side. Larrett's answering with a layup of his own and a chance to head to the line for one more.
Yeah, he sees he has the mismatch, just puts it up. Nice job using his size, using his strength down low.
Cruikshank will check out of the game as Vegas comes in. Larrett's shooting his first free throw of the night. It is good. Now Dome will bring it up with Yoder right at his hip. Screen from Alioth. Now over to Vegas, excuse me. Anthony gets some room behind the screen. No good on the three-point try. Considine soars in and steals it away from Larrett's, but his pass is tipped, and Yoder gets it right back. A foul on the fast break by Adom will give him another foul and a chance for Illinois Wesleyan to reset the offensive possession.
And Considine almost balancing out his great defensive plays with some of his turnovers and poor shots. Just a little bit of inexperience there, but still love the hustle from the sophomore.
Lambizis goes to his right, gets past Anthony, puts up a layup that's no good, but Bear is right there with a couple bodies on the floor to put up the layup. Now it's Adom. Goes inside, Eurostep, easy past three Titans defenders, and Coach Schauer calls a timeout with the score 39-38. Titans lead by one.
And that's the one drawback of picking up at full court. If your man gets by you, that's one less guy to sort of help out on the defensive end. Here's that excellent dunk. Look at this, 1, 2, give me that. Right over Larrett's, who just really doesn't want to get dunked on at this moment. And Cade Alioth, he's become someone you can depend on for plays like that. Such a nice presence down low for Wheaton all season long. Comes up big with the slam there.
Yeah, and Don, I think it's interesting. So often we talk about the guard play for the Thunder being so good. That's just because we've got really some talented guards in Adom, Cruikshank, and Anthony. But tonight, really, it's been a battle between Alioth and Larrett's. Larrett's got 15 in the game and 7 rebounds. Alioth 11 and 9. Those two really just battling throughout. Of course, Hawkins has been in there as well, playing defense against Larrett's. But interesting how things have tilted a little bit, whereas Niamia Adom has now eclipsed Cade Alioth as the lead scorer for the Thunder, but still less emphasis than normal on the guard play for the Thunder.
Yeah, and the thing about Matthew Larrett's is he's a leading scorer who gets about 15.7 per game while shooting 58% from the floor, which is such an efficient clip. And for a big man, that's not too unusual, but he also has shown his ability to sort of step outside of the paint, hit some long twos, be a facilitator. So him and Cade, having battled all night long, it's been great to watch.
Lambizis comes around a screen and soars for the layup. Pretty easy one there for number 2. Alioth gets it to Cruikshank, who's back in the game. Gets past Yoder and kicks it out to Hawkins. He'll try a deep three-pointer off the back of the rim. Tipped out by Alioth, but a foul called on Cade.
He's going to go up strong. Yep, just hooks Lambizis there. And he can't believe it, but looks like it was the right call from the official.
Lambizis guarded by Anthony. Behind the back dribble, frees him up just a little, but not enough to get a shot off. Now he gets a running start to the baseline, has to give it all the way back to Bear behind the three-point line. Schumacher, who's back in the game, gives it back to Lambizis, and now Larrett's has it just outside the block. Spins over his shoulder, but Alioth is right there to meet him. 4 on the shot clock. Step back, 2-point. A try, but no good. Saved by Bear, and actually looks like he was out of bounds. Referee blows the whistle.
And nice hustle by Bear, who's not afraid to throw his body to the ground. Wheaton with a nice defensive possession there. They're currently down by 3. And since the second half started, we've seen the lead change back and forth pretty much every possession, but now the Titans with a bit of a one-possession cushion.
The Thunder, normally such a good shooting team from outside, limited to 4 for 15 in this one so far. Really could use to get a couple of those to drop. Vegas out to Alioth. He hands it to Cruikshank. Cruikshank now to his left, guarded by Laritz. Great pass underneath to Alioth, who is fouled in the act of shooting.
Well, that was such a nice play from Tyson Cruikshank. Look at him go down low. Look at him look outside. No look pass. I guess he looked at the end there, but you get what I mean. He's such a quick player. And Cade Alioth couldn't quite get the finish, but now at the line for 2.
Alioth good on the first. That makes him 4 for 5 on the night from the free throw line. Gives him 12 points. And second good as well. Cade continuing to pour it in. Ball comes over to Lambizis on the pass from Heflin. Bear has it outside and gives it to Laritz just past the elbow. Backdoor cut by Lambizis right over top of Gavin Hawkins. Cruikshank pushes it up, down by 3. Trying to get it to Anthony, but Schumacher really locking down Anthony here. Cruikshank, enough space for a 3. It's good! Tyson Cruikshank ties the game with a big three-pointer there, his second of the night.
That's huge for the Thunder. That's their first 3 in this period. If they can get that shot going, it's going to be tough to stop.
Heflin rounding the corner, passes it down low, tipped away by Alioth, but it comes out to Bear. Big cross-court pass, and it's rotated again, this time back to Lambizis. He loses it, falls down on top of the ball, just 5 on the shot clock. Deflected away by Vegas. It's out to Bear. Lambizis has to take a long 3. No good off the front of the rim, and a frantic possession comes to an end with a Thunder rebound. Over to Alioth. Tie ball game at 43. Cruikshank inside the lane. He traveled there as he tried to spin.
And just for good measure, Gavin hits the 3 after the whistle. A little bit of nerves coming out late on in this game. Still 12 minutes to go. Anything can happen. As you can see, the score is tied and both teams just trading blows back and forth.
Yoder's back in the game. He brings it up the floor and gives it over to Lambizis. Schumacher tries a 3, but an offensive foul on the screen. Lambizis can't believe it. His 3rd foul. Ball comes back to Wheaton. They've got another chance to take the lead. Niamey Adom back in the game.
Lambizis with 3, Laritz with 3 as well. Both of them in the game right now for Illinois Wesleyan.
Kicked out, but tipped away by the Titans. Looked like Adom was trying to get it out to Cruikshank. Lambizis down low to Laritz. Alioth recovers. Gets it to Bear. Bear misses the layup inside the lane. Contested. Cruikshank stumbling across the half-court line. Regains some composure. Hawkins gets it to Alioth at the top of the key. Vegas into the corner. Cruikshank wide open. High rebound comes out to Laritz. And Illinois Wesleyan will not push this time. Take a little bit of a break as Lambizis brings up the floor. We're coming down to 10 minutes or so left in this half. Tie game. Bear working against Hawkins. No good on the shot, and a foul going the other way. We'll see who it's on. This could be big for the Thunder.
It's got to be on Laritz, you would think. Not really sure what Bear would have done to get a foul. I think it's just going to be an over the back on Matthew Laritz, and it will be. He's going to go to the bench with 4 fouls in 11 minutes left of this game. That is huge for Wheaton.
And the fact that Lambizis is out there with 3 as well means in just a minute or two, depending on what happens, Lampesis could be joining Laritz on the bench. Adom into the corner. Oh, and he stepped on the end line there just barely. Schauer really thinking he must have been pushed, but ball will go back to Illinois Wesleyan. And Don, it's such a huge fact that Laritz is going to have to take some time off here, and if he does come back in the game and picks up another foul, you know, he's out. But even if he doesn't, he's going to have to play a little more cautiously, and he's just been so big. Pass thrown away by Lampesis. Turnover brings the ball back to the Thunder, but it really puts Coach Rose in a tough position deciding what he wants to do with his star player.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, you think about it, they played most of this game with a 2 big man lineup. They've got Charlie Bear out there right now at 6'7", and he's guarding Cade Alioth, and that's really your only player that can stop Cade down low that is wearing a Titan uniform. So it's so big. And Matthew Laritz, of course, you could say the best player for the Titans tonight with 15 points. The fact that he's not out there on the offensive end as well, what is that going to mean?
Alioth gives it over to Adom. Fits a pass in down low to Alioth. He puts it up and he's fouled. We'll head to the line for 2 more free throws.
And we almost thought Cade was going to lose it here. 3 players surrounding him and just doesn't quite have that final push to try and put it into a nice position to go in, but worked hard for these free throws.
Oh, and that one just barely drops out. We've seen a little scoring drought for both teams here as neither team has scored in about 3 minutes. Coming down to 10 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game. Alioth gives the Thunder a 1-point lead. Yoder up the floor will hand off to No. It's Wallen outside. No will try a 3-pointer from deep behind the arc. Tipped up by Uvegas right to Alioth. His 11th rebound of the night, and now Cruikshank wants to push it up the floor.
That was such a nice play from Uvegas. What a talented player. He's so smart, able to tip it away.
Alioth wanting to hand it off to Adom, but Lampesis is right there on him. Cruikshank falls, and it's going to be an offensive foul. Cruikshank going to get called for sticking the arm out there against Yoder.
I don't know about that one. Yoder caught Cruikshank in the first half with that same sort of play, and we're not quite going to see it, but definitely falling a little bit before the contact was made, but the call has been made, and the ball will be in the hands of Yoder now.
Cade Alioth checks out of the game for what I can assume will just be a pretty quick breather. Hawkins is in there now guarding Bear. You've got a little more free and a push there called against Nyamia Adom as he tries to fight through the screen from Wallen.
Yeah, just not really a smart play. He uses both of his hands. That's a pretty clear foul. Adom just maybe a little bit frustrated at the excellent screens that the Titans have been setting up top.
Luke Anthony comes into the game to replace Eli Considine. Lampesis will throw it in. Yoder gives it to Bear. And now quickly over to Wallen on the wing. Yoder loses it, recovers and gives it over to No. No works to the hoop and puts a nice layup in to switch the lead back over to the Titans. Cruikshank over to Anthony. Now Uvegas has it on the wing. Hawkins finds Cruikshank. Cruikshank needs somewhere to go with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Lampesis come in and tries to rip it away. It's a jump ball, and it will go back to the Titans. Big hustle play by Lampesis.
Yeah, he's been all over the place tonight with those 3 fouls. He's still as aggressive as ever. He's got 14 on 7 for 12 shooting to go along with 2 rebounds and assists and now 2 steals. So he's having a great night here in the conference final, really showing why he's one of the premier players in the conference. A player that Coach Rose trusts at all times. He's leaving him on the court right now with somewhat of a foul trouble, while Matthew Laritz has gone to the bench with 4 fouls. So a great talent all around.
And he's really the Titans' only other offensive option out on the floor right now. No one else has made a huge offensive impact yet. Of course, certain guys have chipped in a couple buckets here and there. Bear underneath is fouled pretty obviously there by Hawkins, but Don, I think this is especially at the time where the Thunder need to capitalize on the fact that Laritz is not on the floor, and they haven't done that yet. We don't know at what point Coach Rowe is going to bring the big man back in, but it'd be great to get a little cushion here, or at least make something happen while he's off the floor.
Yeah, and I'm not really sure what Coach Shower should do. I'm not a coach for that reason, but you have to imagine that now that Laritz isn't on the floor, one of Hawkins or Cade Alioth can step off as well. You don't have to match up the Titans man for man with their size, so both of those players still out on the court.
Bear makes the second, so he gets 1 of 2 to go and gives the Thunder a 2-point deficit to work at here on this possession. Cruikshank out to Anthony. Anthony gets it down to a Dome, who's guarded by Lambizis. Oh, and he loses it. Goes the other way, and again, that's just an unforced turnover for the Titans.
We're going to see Gavin Hawkins check out now, and Vegas will come in.
It's a little bit of that smaller lineup you were talking about, Don. And this is a high-powered offensive group for the Thunder.
And look, you got Colin Vegas on Lambesis, who, as you said, is really the top offensive player. And that's typically where Vegas likes to thrive. He likes to try and clamp down on whoever's hot on the other team.
Wallen gets a layup to go over the outstretched arm of Alioth. And now Cruikshank gets it to Vegas, who's wide open for the 3. No good, but tipped up. And let's see, foul's going to come. We'll see who it's on. It's on Lambesis. Wow, and that's okay. 4.
That is really unfortunate for him. Definitely feel sorry that that's the foul he picked up. I mean, that's just a 100% hustle rebound play. That's not like intentional or his fault at all. Just wrong place, wrong time. And you really got to feel for Laritz and Lambesis picking up those 4 fouls.
But now is especially the moment if you're the Thunder. With Laritz and Lambesis off the floor here, you've got 8 minutes left in the game. You know that they're going to be coming back in at some point. But during this stretch while they're both off, you've got to make something happen. The Thunder are now within 2. And Illinois Wesleyan is left without much of an offensive option out there right now. No, kicks it out to Heflin. Bear has it up top and gives it over to Yoder. Yoder over to Bear. Bear gets the layup to go, and the Thunder just can't have defensive breakdowns like that if they're trying to stay in this game.
And the Titans' last couple of points coming all in the paint. They're doing such a great job using their size down low. And Cade Alioth is getting pulled out of position, and then it's just an easy layup.
Anthony barely able to get a pass off, but Vegas inside the lane can't get the layup to go. Foul called underneath. And Cade Alioth will go to the line once again.
And that miss from Colin Vegas we've seen a couple of times tonight. Wide open layups being missed by Wheaton players. We saw one from, uncharacteristically, from Namie Dome in the first half, and then Vegas right there. That's 4 points. That would put the Thunder level with the Titans. And now Cade Alioth for his 11th and 12th free throws of the night.
Good on the first. He's 9 for 11 thus far. 16 points and 12 rebounds. Just a monster game. Leading the Thunder in minutes as well with 30. Short on the first free throw, or on the second, excuse me. Leaves the Thunder trailing by 3. Hand off to No, and now Bear. Wallen has it outside. Puts up a shot from the free throw line. Oh, and it falls in. Wallen has worked his way into double figures now. He's got 11 and is probably the premier option out there right now on the floor for the Titans. Cruikshank to the baseline, passes it down to Vegas, and a foul called.
Yeah, and the Wheaton bench calling for an offensive goaltending. You have to imagine that can't be anything other than goaltending.
Bear puts his hand through the rim. And of course, with no instant replay here in, King Arena, there's no real chance for the officials to take a look at that. But clearly, a defensive goaltend. Vegas makes the first free throw. If he is to make the second as well, I guess that would kind of erase the need for the goaltending call, but you still want it at any point. And he does not. Got a whistle, lane violation called against Bear, so Vegas will get a chance at another one.
Oh man, how often do you see a lane violation get called? That's pretty unlucky for Charlie Bear.
Vegas can't get that one to go either, so he goes 1 for 3 from the line. The Thunder shooting woes continue from the free throw line, other than for Cade Alioth, who shot really well so far. Alioth can't handle the rebound after it comes down on the missed layup by Wall, and the ball is just not bouncing the Thunder's way right now. 6 minutes and 23 seconds to go, with down by 4. Illinois Wesleyan leads 52-48.
And even without the size of Matthew Larritz down low, it seems like the Titans really getting whatever they want in the paint. And right now out there for the Thunder, you've got a 6'7" Gavin Hawkins and a 6'6" Cade Alioth.
And Corey No knocks down a jump shot to extend the lead to 6. That's the largest it's been in a while. And the Thunder really need to put a stop to the bleeding. Who would have thought that this lead would come with Illinois Wesleyan's 2 star players off the floor? Cruikshank kicks it out. Vegas open for another 3. Yes! And a quick timeout called by Coach Schauer. A really key 3-pointer for Colin Vegas.
And he's not called up too often to hit big shots like that, but he can be relied on to hit 3-pointers. And obviously he's got a lot of experience. He's not really going to back away from pressure. Shooting 36% from behind the arc this season. Pretty respectable for the guard. And now the lead just at 3. But the Titans without Lambesis and Larritz looking as dangerous as ever. And Wheaton really struggling to keep up at the moment.
Things continue to be close, of course, as we thought they would be. And we're used to close games here between the Titans and the Thunder in King Arena. Of course, the last time the Titans showed up in King Arena was that game last year where, of course, ended in a buzzer beater, 3-point, long try by Niami Adom to send the Thunder to victory, and just an incredible game inside King Arena here between these two teams. This one has all the feelings of a similar game. Of course, yet to be seen how this one ends, but that's got to be in the mind of the Titans right now. Wheaton just looking to stay alive, though, as they continue to struggle to shoot the ball. Just now 6 for 19 from the 3-point line after that Vegas basket. That does a lot to up that percentage and make things look a little better, but it's more from the field where the Thunder have struggled. Just 38%, 16 for 42 on field goals, a much lower percentage than we're used to seeing the Thunder shoot at, and I think that's just because of the defensive just intensity of Illinois Wesleyan. Yoder inside the lane now, kicks it out to Heflin. He gets inside, puts up the layup, no good. The Thunder finally get a stop, and Hawkins rebounds it and gives it to Cruikshank. Now Hawkins is outside and gives it back to Tyson. They play a little bit of give and go there until Adom takes a 3 from behind the screen, no good, and rebounded by Bear. Thunder not able to capitalize on some of these stops they're getting on Illinois Wesleyan. Vegas guarding No, spins inside the lane, puts up the layup, and he's fouled. He'll head to the line.
Yeah, Vegas just trying to keep up with them. Nice spin move. And it's at moments like these, you wonder where Gavin Hawkins is, you wonder where Cade Alioth is. There's nobody down low. And so the guards of the Titans, if they get the step on a player like Vegas or a player like Cruikshank, there's really no one down low to stop them.
No is an extremely capable free throw shooter, 85% on the year from behind the free throw line. So, of course, the Thunder want to avoid sending him to the line as much as they can. He gets a chance for another here. misses that one. The Thunder tip it out, can't handle the rebound, give the ball right back to the Titans, and that is really just disappointing for the Thunder.
And if you're Coach Rose right now of the Titans, this is your best case scenario. You've got your two best players out in foul trouble, but your team is still fighting hard. They're coming out with the lead here, and a respectable lead at that, at 4 points, and a chance to add to it.
Wallen goes to his right, gets it out to Bear. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Yoder working inside the lane, puts up a layup, and gets it to go over a dome.
And there's just no rim protection down low. There's no big man presence like the Titans have been doing such a great job with. And you'll see Charlie Bear he's lasered in on Alioth, but he's still staying down low, and that means he has an opportunity to sort of rotate around and play some help defense. The Thunder not doing a great job rotating, and that's just giving the Titans easy looks at the basket.
Now a timeout called by Coach Rose after a huge three-pointer that, again, cuts the lead down from 6 to a more manageable 3 for the Thunder, but it looked like I saw Peter Lambesis just come to the scorer's table before that timeout, so it looks like he'll be heading out on the floor. We'll see if Coach Rose will want to put Laritz out there as well. They both have been sitting for probably the last 3 or 4 minutes, during which, like you said, Don, this Illinois Wesleyan team has continued to thrive even without their 2 leaders out there on the floor. The Thunder just faltering here and really need to refocus and just get something going, and if they're going to stay in this game here in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, and you have to imagine Lambesis and Laritz should be coming in right around now. 4.5 minutes left. Yes, they have 4 fouls, but they're going to be cautious. They're going to be composed. But here's the thing for the Thunder. You've got to attack these players. They're not going to be as aggressive as they'd like to be. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. They're going to try and protect. They're not going to try and steal the ball. They're not going to try and go for the huge block. And you've got both of them out on the court right now.
Yeah, that's a great point, Don. If you're the Thunder, have to go with those 2 guys.
And, that's 40% of your team. That's 2 of your 5 guys on the floor that maybe can't play as heavy defense as they want to.
Alioth picks up a foul quickly on Laritz, and that'll send him to the line.
I'm not going to lie. I thought for a second that Laritz had picked up an offensive foul right after he came in, but it was Alioth who got him with the shove.
1-1.
Laritz, uncharacteristic miss on the 1-and-1, so it really doesn't hurt the Thunder at all, other than Cade Alioth picking up his 3rd foul. Adome outside to Cruikshank. Now it's Alioth going up against Laritz. Adome wants to refeed it back to him, and this is where Alioth needs to go to work, but he finds Anthony for a wide open 3, no good. Yoder with the rebound pushes it up to No, but No will have to hold it back to wait for the rest of his team to catch up. No gets it back off of a handoff, and Adome slips, letting him get to the lane, and just another unfortunate turn of events there for the Thunder. Anthony over to Hawkins. Hawkins blocked on the 3-point try, and a foul called. We'll see on who.
Yeah, I think that's the first time I've seen Gavin Hawkins get blocked. But what a great closeout from Charlie Baird, just rising up to take that shot away from the big man.
Baird not happy, doesn't agree with the call there. Hawkins at the line to shoot 1-and-1. Excuse me, it will be 2 with the team in the double bonus. Hawkins good on the first. Hawkins can't get that one to go. Yoder up the floor with 3:30 to go. A 4-point Illinois Wesleyan lead as we come down to the end of this CCIW tournament final. Laritz gets it on the block. He's guarded by Alioth. Puts up the shot right over top, and Alioth just wasn't expecting it. Adome here. Got to get something to go. Over to Cruikshank, who has a wide open shot. No good. Alioth fighting for the rebound. Oh, and a foul called, but I think Yoder, or excuse me, no, that is. He's down. Looked like he had possibly just slipped. Maybe get a chance to look at it, but it's going to send him to the line.
Definitely would want to see that again, but hopefully he's okay. That was a pretty tough fall. He's up walking under his own power. Looks like he's a tough guy. And yep, those going to the line for some free throws.
At this point, just coming down to every possession taking time off the clock for the Thunder. It's a 6-point lead. They've got a chance to extend it. No, such a good free throw shooter. Not a good spot to be in if you're the Thunder. A little bit of a spill, doesn't do anything to affect no shooting there as he makes the first. Missing the second. Hawkins is there for the rebound. Cruikshank up the floor. We're under 3 minutes. It goes to Adome. Lead is at 7. Adome, cross-court pass to Hawkins. It's back to Adome at the top of the key. Hawkins has some room. Long three-pointer is no good. Lambesis will get the rebound. And will bring it up the floor. And if you're Coach Rose, you just want your team to take as much time off the clock on each possession as they can. At this point, the seconds ticking away is just exactly what you want to see. Yoder, floater, no good, but rebounded by Bear, and the Thunder cannot afford to allow offensive rebounds. Coach Schauer standing near the scorer's table with his hands on his head, just knowing that every time the Titans get the ball with more on the shot clock, they're able to run it down. Now 5 on the clock. 3-point by No is good. Oh my goodness, and Corey No gives the Titans a 10-point lead. They're celebrating as if they just won the game here, and we're going to see if the referees are going to sort that out. I would think maybe some chance for a violation there, but as the team stormed the court during the timeout. But it's a 10-point lead for Illinois Wesleyan with just under 2 minutes left.
And that was the perfect possession for the Titans. They really got 2 possessions in one off of that great rebound and kick out from Charlie Bear, and then No just biding his time, puts up a nice shot as time was expiring on the shot clock, makes it. And right when things are becoming more important than ever, the Titans really just starting to pull away. 6-0 run in the last 143. Wheaton obviously has not scored in the last 2 minutes, but they're 1 for 6 on their last 6 field goal attempts, 1 for 6 on their last 3-point field goal attempts. So obviously their last 6 shots have been 3-pointers. And Illinois Wesleyan just coming out and battling hard. You've had Laritz and Lambesis in the game for the past couple minutes, and they've added a lot of expertise. But it's really been the likes of players like No, players like Yoder, Doug Wallen, and especially Charlie Bear that have really propelled this Illinois Wesleyan team tonight. And they're ahead of Wheaton now by 10, the largest lead they've had since the opening minutes of the game.
Adome into the corner to Cruikshank off the bounce pass. He kicks it out. Vegas a 3-point try. Air ball. Lambesis will get the rebound. He's guarded by Vegas, and again, he will use up all of the shot clock that he can. We'll see if Coach Schauer will opt to have his team foul at any point here. Wallen, fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebounded by Alioth. 1:10 to go. The Thunder have to push up the floor. Hand off to Adome. He gets inside the lane, puts up a foul, and it's a charge going the other way. No. Draws a massive offensive foul to give the ball back to Illinois Wesleyan.
Yeah, puts his body on the line. Great call from the official. He's got his feet set, not afraid of the contact, goes down, and huge call, huge play by number 4.
New Vegas tips out that ball. You see the Thunder are going to pick up in maybe some full court pressure here, or at least try to deny the inbound. Of course, you've got to do that at this point when you're trailing by 10 with a minute to go.
And Cade Alioth, Namie Adom, both with 4 fouls now.
Got a little bit of a stoppage here as the officials talk at midcourt. Don't know exactly what it could be about at this point, but it'll be inbounded by Lambesis. Looks like they just took a second off the shot clock there. The ball comes into Yoder, wide open. The Thunder try to trap, and Anthony called for a foul there as he, of course, wanting to draw the intentional. It's going to be a full 2 shots for Yoder as both teams now in the double bonus. His first free throw good. Gavin Hawkins checks into the game for U Vegas. Laritz comes out for possibly the last time in this game. A good performance from him. 17 points and 8 rebounds. Doug Wallen comes back in to replace him. And now an offensive rebound by the Titans. Fouled in the corner is Lambesis with 48 seconds to go. Means 2 more shots for the Titans.
Just frustration all over the faces of the Wheaton players, as another offensive rebound just means another possession, another foul that you have to give up.
And it's another chance for Illinois Wesleyan to extend this lead, which they do there with 1 free throw from Lambesis. He's got another one coming. And he's good on that one too. That gives him 16 points on the night. Adom gets it to Cruikshank in the corner. He puts up a 3-pointer. No good. Alioth fights for the rebound but can't quite bring it down. Cruikshank will foul Noah, who Noah's had a really good last couple minutes in this game. He's thrived since the time when Lambesis and Laritz got pulled out of the game. He really hadn't made much of an impact on the scoreboard at that point, but now he's all the way up to 11 points, 4 for 5 from the field.
Yeah, and he's had a couple steals. He had that charge call, another offensive foul call, I believe. He's been very stellar tonight, especially closing out this game. And how about Charlie Bear on that rebound? He's been so good as well. He collected an offensive rebound that extended an Illinois Wesleyan possession. He got that defensive rebound, so with Laritz out, he really has proven himself to be such a stellar player down low.
Adom will bring it up with 30 seconds to go. A 14-point lead for the Titans. Cruikshank's 3-pointer is good, but it comes in quickly to Yoder. Alioth will foul. That will be his 5th. So Cade Alioth will have to step off the floor here, and great performance from him. 17 points, 9 for 12 from the free throw line, 14 rebounds for the big man to go along with 2 steals. Great performance to cap off a great season for Cade Alioth. Free throw is good by Yoder and extends the lead even further for this Illinois Wesleyan team, who are going to go on to be the CCIW tournament champions. And we see a host of new subs for the Titans as the starters and other key players from tonight's game are subbed off the floor in favor of some younger players. The Thunder will keep their 5 out there. And Anthony will inbound the ball to Cruikshank with 23.5 seconds to go. Cruikshank hands off to a Dome. He gets a quick 3 off. It's well short. And just like that, rebounded by the Titans. The Thunder will not foul, and the Illinois Wesleyan Titans will go on to win the CCIW Tournament Championship. Congratulations to Illinois Wesleyan.
And it really was a battle the whole night long as the Titans celebrate for winning the conference title to end the season. There is no NCAA tournament, remember, so this is the final game, and they cap off an undefeated record here at Wheaton College. Great game from the Titans, and we'll send it down to the floor for an interview.
Regardless of the outcome tonight, obviously an incredible season for you, team. Can you speak to what your team endured and succeeded through, just throughout everything that happened this year?
I probably can, but that's not where I'm going to start. Welcome to my interviews, right? One, I think one of the things that people don't always understand is, we're professional competitors. And I've always hated the idea that in order to compete really hard, you have to dislike the other team or the person, or there has to be this sense that we're the good guys and they're the bad guys. What I love about this rivalry is there is genuine respect for each other. Ron's a tremendous coach. He's even a better person. And I really like their team. Now, I'm devastated for my team, but I want to congratulate them. We got beat tonight. They were the better team from the word go and deserve to celebrate it. Now let me answer my question. I love my team this year to go 12-1. And they did it too in a season that had starts and stops and uncertainties. I didn't know if we'd play games and cancellations. Was just really thrilled to have a season that I will miss, that I will hurt about this loss. I didn't know if we were going to play games that I would get emotionally into beyond the moment, but we really did. And not just us, the teams that were able to have a season this year from our league and around the country deserve. There's no losing in this, right? I mean, if you got to play, it's a success. So proud of my guys. They were the better team tonight, and so instead of, I thought we missed some looks, but a lot of that's them. I just thought they were great.
Thanks, Coach. Congratulations on the season. Again, an incredible one for the Thunder. 12-1, they finish out. Of course, Illinois Wesleyan taking the victory in the CCIW tournament final tonight, 71-58. We want to thank you for joining us tonight and throughout the season here on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network, and we've been excited to be able to bring you sports here from King Arena throughout the year. So for last time this season, for Don Crowder and everyone else at WTSN, my name's Abram Erickson. Thank you, and have a great night.